WWE, whoever in the creative team is handling this, I mean, I think they normally say that TJ runs the women's division, but I can't be sure of that. I don't know if he produces just the match and not the stories. Somehow, with the return of Nia Jax, the Royal Rumble, dominating the Royal Rumble, getting thrown out by Jade Cargill, if I'm correct, which was fine, because you made her look special and like a superstar as well. Didn't make Nia look weak, because obviously she had just ran through so many women in the match anyway. I was like, okay, you've done something great here. Now, I've always been on the side of, I know a lot of people don't want to see Nia around, she's hurt people and all that stuff. We have to be honest about a few things here. There's some things that we've definitely seen and we've known that she's done certain things, and there's some things that have been down to dirt sheets and speculation, and you just assume that, you know, I'm not going to get onto her for that, because clearly none of these people go out their way to try and hurt somebody. Sometimes it takes training, sometimes it takes learning a lesson, but she was released, she come back, she's put the graft in, she looks great. She's been on a tyrant since she's been back, built into a story with her and Becky. I made the man by breaking your face. I like the story because it was unfinished business. They went into a feud with each other, and would you know, which we didn't think was going to happen, Nia came out on top of the feud. Bonsai drop, breaks her face again. I'm like, okay, clearly this is going to build towards Nia, Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania. Nia's going to avenge Rhea Ripley. She's going to beat her, and it makes sense because Rhea Ripley's ran through the whole roster already. And I've always thought that you want to kind of keep Jade Cargill and Nia away from each other, because otherwise it kind of doesn't make sense them being on the same roster, which seemed like they was doing. SmackDown, Jade, Raw, Nia. Where I think they went wrong is, somehow after Nia did all of that, Becky comes out to the ring, she tells everyone, I mean, I remember before Nia even came, she said at the Raw before Rumble, she told Rhea, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, I'm going to face you at WrestleMania because I'm not sure if I'm better than you. She didn't win the Royal Rumble, Bayley did. She didn't win the Royal Rumble, but Nia did beat Becky and beat everybody else she fought. Number one contender. We know Elimination Chamber's coming up. Surely the route to go would have been to have Becky fight Rhea at Elimination Chamber and Nia go on to WrestleMania, or Nia still fight Rhea at Elimination Chamber, Becky have something to do what distracts the match or something, Nia still loses, they have a last fight, Nia wins again, we move on, we get Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax at WrestleMania. We don't need to see Becky and Rhea Ripley. We've seen it many a times. There's nothing intriguing about it anymore. It's not that exciting. Realistically, when you look at both of them, it looks like Rhea Ripley will just tear her head off, and we're trying to build story, long-term storytelling here. Now this is where they messed up, and this is where I say they've ruined Nia Jax. The problem with Nia is not losing matches, just like the problem with Undertaker and Kane and Big Show wasn't losing matches. But when you've got an intimidating figure, an immovable object, there's ways they lose matches: disqualifications, countouts, interferences. Not very often they should be losing clean unless it's to the big star, the person who is the champion, because it makes sense. That's why they're the champion. What WWE decided to do was run it back after Nia loses to Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber in Australia, Perth, home of Rhea. They decided to run Becky and Nia back for the few weeks after that, up until Raw Just Gone. And Raw Just Gone, we got a last woman standing match where you're almost destined thinking, surely, you know, Nia Jax should be winning this match, but then I knew she wasn't going to win the match. Of course she's not, because what happened at Elimination Chamber? Becky won the chamber. So she booked her spot at WrestleMania, even though she didn't win the Rumble, by winning at the Elimination Chamber, fighting Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Problem is, it's a last woman standing match. I mean, you would have needed to get a forklift or a production truck to put it on top of Nia so she didn't get up, to make it look at least realistic that we can still take Nia serious. Because I asked you guys this, all the people that disagree with me right now watching this video, what's next for Nia then? She lost to Becky. So what does she do? Go back and fight who? Liv. These are not people that I dislike, by the way. But who does she fight? There's only one woman's title on this roster. I've been saying to make a women's intercontinental title. They don't want to make that. Who does she fight now? What we're going to do with Nia at WrestleMania? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have one of them stupid WrestleMania showcase matches, or a stupid Mae Young Classic or something like that, and Nia will be in the match. And she'll either win or she'll get thrown out by 4 people or something like that. It's not good enough, WWE. You don't bring somebody back to be the force and then let them lose this quick. You ruin the momentum, and she doesn't have a story to run with all these other people. At least when there's gold on the line, the story is let me get to the title. The story is I broke your face. Now it's like you might as well put her against Kairi Sane. Remember when you hurt me? Come on, man. It's a sad shame, but it's the truth. Yeah, I can't believe it. It's ruined for Nia. I can't see him doing anything else. What we're going to do, Becky versus Nia after WrestleMania if Becky wins? Well, I don't want to see it. I think actually Rhea Ripley's going to win at WrestleMania, which makes this whole thing even more stupid. But what do I know? Just a savage. Run.